Must be paper time.
Yep, good morning. You get your kitty cats all fed?
Yep, everybody's doing good today.
Yeah.
I've had my coffee. I sat on the bench with Gray.
Oh, well, that's good. So you're all ready to go.
That's right. I'm all ready to go too.
All right.
Any mail? No mail?
No, just the paper.
Just the paper.
No packages, no nothing.
Well, I got Legos coming.
Really?
You think? Donnie gets electronics, little electronic bits, and I get little Lego bits.
Right. That's right. That's pretty accurate.
You hold down the fort while we're gone, buddy.
Don and I are headed to Whole Foods. We need pretty much everything. So Planet Fitness in there in the Taekwondo parking lot, they have opened back up with some level of social distancing, and I'm just noting that that parking lot, which sat very empty for some period of time this spring and summer, is now really busy, really full. It's another pretty fall day. The sky is not what I would call amazing today, but it is clear. And Jules says it's currently 69 degrees out there, so it's pretty comfortable. No jacket required right now. Although I did bring a lightweight jacket just in case it's too cold in Whole Foods, which sometimes it is. Well, we're greeted by some really nice fall color here at the entrance to Whole Foods. The store's not that crowded with real shoppers today, but the professional shoppers, wow, I'm ready to not deal with that. Well, if I was meeting with the Lego kids, I think I would be taking one of these packs in for snack. Just shoot me. Pumpkin spice season is here, full throttle. The cart is looking pretty full. Puppy dog's cute. And there's a monkey today too. The only real fall thing is sheet cake with the pumpkins. Great advertising. Sign of the times, no makeup samples. 3 underneath and 8 up top if you count this and the frozen food from the farm. Oh, it's a pretty full car load. I like that under part, but it only holds 3. I suppose we, now that it's getting cool, we could start loading up in the frunk. I don't load groceries in the frunk in the summertime. Got everything we needed. Oh, wow. What did you put on the dash? I know you. That says Elon Musk. You surprised me how you were working. Last night he was cutting something, but he wouldn't tell me.
That's right.
Way cool. I like it.
Thank you.
Here I thought you wanted to catch me in my goggles, all wore out, tired, and nope, you were showing me our Elon Musk signature on the dash. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Elon dropped by and signed it while you was in the store. Sorry you missed him.
If you were in California, I'd believe you.
Yeah, boy.
Here in Cary, North Carolina, that boy, he don't set foot on the East Coast too often.
This hand has shook Elon Musk's
yeah.
hand. This hand right here has shook Elon Musk's hand right there.
I didn't notice a lot of shortages in there today. I didn't notice bad prices. All the beef chuck, stew meat, roast, chuck eye steaks, they were all on sale. That's typical fall kind of special, so I stocked up particularly on that stuff at the meat counter.
Yeah, but what about the bacon? I mean, let's talk about the important stuff. What about the bacon? We have no bacon at home.
Right. Well, I forgot bacon bits, but we have a couple. We got a couple of packs. That's probably not enough, but I did get 6 packages of bacon. That's enough for, well, that was all they had out of the kind we want, and that's enough to make it twice. So
right,
that should be pretty good. Although the stuff that we got through Butcher Box, I like that bacon too, so I could just tell Butcher Box to add some bacon to our next delivery. I just didn't enjoy being in there with the personal shoppers. They're on a mission, they're looking at their phone, their carts are really full. It's not really working good for me having to deal with them. And I did have some really good, friendly people and good customer service in there today. A lady helped me with frozen vegetables. That was on the top and at the back. And I'm like, why me? Like every time I had trouble reaching the cream again. Sometimes there's things, but it was a good experience. I was out of there in under 90 minutes. I was efficient. It's just now going on 3:30. We got plenty of time to be in our seats for Battery Day. The farm people came through and they were here on time / early today, because we are coming here at the time of day that we come because of picking up the farm order, which we had refrigerated and frozen items today. So I ordered some more Pinky Link sausages and some more ground pork sausage, you know, pasture raised, humane, from the farm, local meat. So that was good. Plus the lemon lime kefir water that Johnny likes, and some kimchi. So that was what our farm order consisted of today.
Like he always is.
Well, let's see, what time is it? It is 4:26. Don wanted to get the bugs off Jules from when we went to the train museum this weekend. You know, Don's not going to leave the car looking dirty any longer than he has to. Yeah, the whole car didn't look dirty, just the bug part on the front, really. And I hope with that Carnauba wax spray stuff.
Yeah, I would say it worked really well. The bugs come right off the front with just a regular hose with the, you know, that's the jet nozzle. I mean, that is a pretty powerful jet stream nozzle, but it's nothing special.
Right. Yeah, just you didn't get out the power washer this time. Yeah.
Right. I'm basically done. That's all I'm going to do is just rinse it. I'm going to hit the windshield because there's a couple bug guts on the windshield.
Okay. Well, hurry up because I'm relying on you to get it up for us.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Give me like 3 minutes.
Hey, Tux. Hey, buddy. Johnny was just out here sitting with him. We loves.
Johnny was a real big helper to unloading the groceries and taking stuff out to the garage.
Yeah, we really appreciated it.
Really good help.
Yeah, Johnny was very motivated to help Mom in. And Mom got everything he asked for except for smoked turkey drumsticks, which they just don't have yet, but they're coming. As soon as they we'll buy some extra and freeze them too this year. We'll know that they only have them for 3 months out of the year. And
yeah, but those turkey drumsticks are good because I can either just put them in the toaster oven for 15 minutes or I can just grab them and eat them.
Yeah. I
So
definitely,
that's
as
really
I looked, as soon as they got them, they're yours.
Thank you.
Everything's away. Yay! I was a little quiet in the car today, and that's because I have a really super bad headache. And I thought when we left I'd give it till I got home, and that was a mistake. I should have just taken something for it when we left. But I've taken something now and drank some water, more water, and hopefully I'll be feeling better soon because it's a pretty strong headache there this afternoon. I love it. The car horn honking. That's fabulous.
We got the Tesla drive-in movie theater.
So we got Inside EVs in the background with Kyle. We've got Tesla's main live stream up in front of us here. People are out of their cars for a few minutes. So I was on the phone with Kyle last night and full self-driving came up, and I was like, I get it. If you have the level set that you are expecting for the car to take your kids to school by itself next year, you'll be disappointed and just don't buy it.
Right.
But I felt for me and Dawn, and I'm just going to say for older people, okay? I'm going to say for the over 40, but really the over 50. You know, some of us, we really want to help establish, drive, create, feel like we're a part of the technology. I mean, that goes back to like Zeb and his green Model S from back in 2013. I mean, why did you buy a Tesla then? Well, you cared about the environment. You cared about new technology and helping pay to develop it. I mean, that's what it was when we bought Ruby too. We didn't buy Ruby because she was inexpensive and we were just going to have fun. We're sort of like, well, we knew we were buying into helping fund the technology. So I hear what they're saying in the background about full self-driving. Be great if Tesla would let you transfer it to a new Tesla. Like once you've bought into the full self-driving, it goes off the old car, but it can go on the new car. I really hope they do that at some point.
Yeah.
It would be the only way we would ever get trade-in Ruby. Not that we're thinking about it, but they would have to do that before we would ever consider it. But let's just think that older people might be willing. I want to speak for the older set of people that, you know, might be willing to buy full self-driving for a slightly different reason than the people that want instantaneous, complete feedback. It's doing it. I'm willing to grow with it. I think it's fun growing with it. I feel like we're doing our part to help establish and create it. So I want to tell the other side of the story. I hear the you know, it's not worth it based on what you get right now. And if that's the only way you want to look at it, I'm not going to disagree with you. But I think there's more there to look at.
Yeah, well, those people who say it's not worth it for what you get right now, when he actually delivers full self-driving and the price goes up to $50,000, $75,000, $80,000, $100,000, who knows how much it's going to be. At that point, call, let's have this same conversation. You wish you would have bought it at $8,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If we were going to trade cars every 3 years, we probably wouldn't have got it. But knowing that we're not going to trade cars every 3 years, that we hang on to our cars till basically plan to drive them till the wheels fall off, I don't see how going on and paying for it, and as you said, the other benefits, because I have made purchase decisions and procrastinated waiting years sometimes, like the driveway, the carport.
And we wish we'd have had it all that time.
I finally went on and spent the same money I could have spent 10 years earlier. And the only thing I ever say to myself is, damn, I wish I would have bought this 10 years ago.
Yeah, because at one point, Don did have a stone with potholes driveway. Gravel. It was not asphalt. Yep. Yeah. So, and never looked back on that decision.
Here comes Elon.
Yep.
Hello, everyone.
I love them tooting their own horn there at the stockholders meeting. That was great. Gave a whole new description of tooting your own horn. Everything is simple in recollection. Yep. Once you figured it out, looking back on it, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but getting there, really a big deal. So there's how we're looking tonight. I did not add a lot to it since the last time I showed you. I have been pulling parts, ordered some parts, and sorting some of the new stuff from Guardian Angel, some of the black, dark gray, and light gray. So I'm just was, you know, following along with what they were saying during battery day and sorting Legos at the same time. It's a pretty relaxing undertaking. So Don said,
I think that stock's gonna drop a little bit tomorrow. It's gonna take a little hit.
But the thing of it is anybody can come out and say a lot and fluff a lot and glitz a lot and get a good stock rise. But
right, you can announce your new pickup truck.
Right, but actually having substantive stuff behind what you say is where I think we are with this.
Right. But
so long term, who cares about the stock price tomorrow?
Right. And that's us.
Long term.
That's right.
If you were hoping tomorrow was going to earn you some money, like you were waiting to sell.
You thought tomorrow was going to bubble up. I don't think it's going to bubble up tomorrow. I think it's going to bubble down a little bit. But yes, I agree. It'll quickly, by the end of the, well, first of all, we're going into the end of the quarter. So between the fact that Elon did, now it was very substance. I didn't understand everything. I think it could have been presented a little bit better. I think they should have. But Elon was, to understand what Elon said, you're going to have to think about everything he said, and that's what I'm thinking. Certainly, none of the stock analysts on Wall Street can think to the level that Elon was talking. So you could just kiss that goodbye. So maybe some college kid or somebody like that will dig into it a little bit and add it up. But the initial reaction, the stock market people, they didn't get, 25% total savings, 55% price reduction,
$92.12 per kilowatt hour. They didn't get specific numbers that they don't have to do any math on, because you can't expect Wall Street to do math. And so I think that's why a lot of people, the talking heads on TV and Wall Street, they're gonna act like, oh well, he overhyped it and underdelivered again. And I don't think that's the case. I don't
think that's the case.
Well, I'm just saying that's the way what's going to cause. That's my hypothesis of why the market is going to go down. But I think over a period of time, it's going to start rippling out. It's going to start making more sense. In fact, it may not truly ripple until the Cybertruck starts shipping, when you really start seeing the impact of this. I think that I was probably the Maxwell thing was very disconcerting to me. That they bought it. I guess the only thing you could say they got out of that is they avoided litigation. So they basically bought a company for the price that they were going to have to spend on legal fees, probably for litigation of the patents. Because he's saying, we're on the 4th revision already, and we figure it'd be 7th or 8th revision of this machine before we get anywhere close to volume production. So, that doesn't sound like that's an absolute winner as far as it. He's certainly totally banking on it working, and I believe it will, but it didn't sound like it was in his back pocket. I had said that I thought they were making good use of this time. Maxwell would have been an example, was the example I gave, but I don't think they quite achieved that. But I do think that they understand the battery, why the batteries are so important. They've got their head around that it's basically unlimited growth in batteries, and they've got a plan to get a big chunk of that growth. If you're tired about hearing about battery, every other word battery.
You mean me?
Yeah, if you're tired of hearing battery, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Just ship it already.
Yeah, just ship it.
Spare us the details.
Right,
Just
that's
ship
what
it
Wall
already.
Street wanted.
Right.
That's what I'm trying. I don't mean to be so derogatory to Wall Street people, but basically what they wanted to hear, just ship it already. That's what they wanted.
We're shipping tomorrow, going to make us a ton of money. Yeah.
That's all they want. Any more deeper than that, they don't really care. Eventually, they'll understand, but that's why the stock market is going to go. It's going to take a little tumble. Tesla's going to take a little tumble tomorrow, is because they just don't. The stock market people, they just can't. They don't know anything about numbers. They don't know anything about percentages. They don't know anything about anything. I don't even know. I always tell Marianne, I always wanted to be a TV meteorologist, because you get to play with all these neat computers, and you can be wrong 100% of the time.
And not get fired.
Yeah. And the only thing better than that is to be a Wall Street analyst. You can play with computers, do spreadsheets, you don't have to get on TV, and you can be wrong 100% of the time, and you can make a fortune.
What I heard was, don't worry. We got this battery thing under control. We're not done with it yet, but we got it under control. And oh, by the way, when we get done with it, it's going to be something to pop open the champagne about. We're close to popping the champagne now. And the Cybertruck and the Roadster and the Semi, they're all still on plan, on target, and we're going to have the batteries to back them up. That's just what I heard. I finally got my feet not asleep enough that I could stand up off the floor. That Lego stuff down. Donna's offered a table again, and I have so many bins, I need to be surrounded by them. But anyway, so I'm finally up off the floor. The floor for 3 hours when you're 52 is...
You're my pretty little girl, 17-year-old.
Is a little hard, to say the least. Don says if he sat down there that long, he'd never move again.
I couldn't move again.
I thought it was great that Elon is still on target to deliver the next more affordable Tesla.
I agree.
And he sounded like he really cares. Like, he's not lost the message that $35,000 is less, but $25,000 means even more people can afford them. And I believed it. And then And I thought that was great. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier today about the full self-driving and even us purchasing the Model X and wanting to help the technology to grow so that these other cars and other levels would come behind the original car. But when they were asked about profitability, or that, look, guys, Elon doesn't care about lining your pockets. He either wants a more affordable car so more people are driving electric so we can save the planet, or he wants more money so he can fund whatever next thing he thinks he needs to do for us. Whether we, some of us are really sold on whatever he, thinks that is. Other people may be more skeptical about it, but it's either a cheaper car for the masses, yet again, another iteration, or it's money for the next project. It's not, oh, finally the investors are going to have their pockets lined. Let me tell you, I don't think that's even on his. And a matter of fact, if he thought you were going to make too much, he'd probably reel it in so he could invest it in the next great big project.
Right. That's a good summary. Yes.